Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I have a very special guest and author here with us today, Claribel Coreano. Thank you for joining us. Her book is launching ebook today on Amazon, and we're so excited for this. It's going live ebook, and the links will be attached to this airing, so you can go on and get your copy now. It's called "So You Want to Be a Life Coach," and it's going to be life coaching guide and workbook. So thank you for taking the time to write this project, because I think a lot of people wonder, think that they want to be a life coach, but they don't really know what that means, what that looks like, or how to go about it. So thank you for bringing this book to the forefront. You want to introduce yourself a little bit, talk a little bit about yourself, and then we've got some questions to ask you.
Yes,
So
thank
can you
you
tell
so much
everybody
for
where you're
having me.
located?
I'm very grateful to be here today. And I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Tell everybody
I didn't quite
where
get
you're
what you said.
located. Tell everybody where you're located and a little bit about your business and your brand.
Yes, so I'm located in Florida, and 45 minutes off of Tampa. And my life coaching business is transformational coaching, helping individuals who have gone through trauma, domestic violence, and single parenting. And I provide them with tools and teach them new skills that they can learn to be able to thrive and be more successful in their lives.
Awesome. That's amazing work you're doing there. Um, and I'm actually not that far from you. I am also in
Thank
Florida,
you.
and I'm just maybe 20 minutes out of Tampa. So I kind of sit between Tampa and Orlando. So we're neighbors, and we didn't know it, Claribel. So
Yes, that's good to know.
what inspired you to write this book?
Good question. So, You Want to Be a Life Coach was created and inspired by my own journey of becoming a life
Mhm.
coach. And when I started authoring the book, I really didn't know which way it was going to go. I wanted to share a little bit about my journey, but also provide the readers with some tools, resources, and practice to help them guide them along the road of accomplishing their dreams of becoming a life coach. So I started documenting my journey. In late
Mm.
2021, I started journaling and my experience. And in 2022, I took my first step towards creating my business and officially opened in 2023. And of course, we experienced, barriers, challenges, and however, those trials and errors, I learned how to manage my own startup process. And when I got to the point of needing help or support, I researched and I found individuals like coaches that provided me with some guidance and provided me with some resources. And also, this book provides you with a short synopsis of my story, how I overcame many difficult situations, which have made me who I am. The wisdom of surviving childhood trauma, PTSD, domestic violence, experiencing health issues, raising four children as a single parent, and overcoming financial hardship. So that alone has afforded me with a lot of wisdom, resiliency, and empathy for other people that have gone through
Mhm.
that. And
Yeah.
so these are the tools that life have afforded me, and they're valuable impartations of hope and strength that I intend to share with others and to
Mhm.
assist them in becoming more empowered, learning how to thrive and overcome different situations like I have gone through. And this is my paying it forward, my gift and my blessing to empower others by sharing this part of my story. I want to encourage everyone who is looking to start this journey that you can do it. You must stay focused on your goals and not give up, no matter how difficult
Mhm.
it becomes, um, and
Yeah.
continue to pray for it. I'm a believer, so I pray for it. So I ask God for guidance on that. And so this book is not only for individuals who are believers, but also for anyone who is looking
Wow.
for a positive guidebook that will keep them, help them get a clearer vision of what they want to accomplish and how to do it. So that's how I started this journey. That's how I started this
Wow.
journey.
Well, thank you for not just starting the journey, but going through the process and completing this project to help impact others. Um, and really that's something we're going to touch on right now. So what are some valuable lessons that you feel you learned from just going through the process of, I have these ideas, I have these things I know will help, but actually putting it into a book? So what valuable lessons did you learn along the way, from writing this book and making this project come to life?
That's a great question. So I learned many valuable lessons through the process of writing this book, and too many to right now to speak about because it will take a long time. But one of the main lessons that I learned was about me. For one,
Mhm.
trusting God, learning that I couldn't do it by myself, learning to trust the process, but rely in God's timing. Not only the writing the book caused me to reflect on myself, but also how to apply the things that I have learned from this whole experience and to better myself. So throughout the whole process, I continue my podcast, be an encourager. So I am participated with many other networking groups as well. And this also allowed me the opportunity to meet some amazing life coaches from different backgrounds, skill set, and focus. And this helped me bring new information to other coaches who listen to the podcast and who are just starting out in their journey, and also allow them to share their experiences with others. So one valuable lesson is that we are not perfect nor 100% excellent. And having this opportunity show me to stay humble and to continue learning so that I can share what I learned with other coaches that are starting out.
Yeah.
So another great important lesson that I learned is that creating a business requires, a lot of planning, and also business planning, financial planning, and you have to put it in writing. And this will serve you as a roadmap in your journey to help you guide you on what is priority. And because we're constantly evolving, and growing, it helps you fine tune your life coaching business as you continue to grow. And these are lessons that I just learned through going through this whole process and this journey.
Nice. Yeah, everything's a learning process for us, right? And being able to, like you said, accept the fact that we're not on this journey alone sometimes, and to trust the process and to trust the growth. And sometimes that's hard because we want to have that instant thing. We want to be able to move forward, and but understanding that we have to walk that walk, and not always knowing what the walk is in front of us, but learning to even recognize the journey and be part of it.
Mhm.
And as the readers go through, this book and workbook, what is, I know there's a lot of messages they're going to get. There's a lot of nuggets. There's a lot they're going to learn about themselves, even working through the workbook. But what is one, if you could pick one overall message that you really want the readers to gain from going through this?
Oh, wow. That's a good question because I didn't think about that. Um, the book has a lot of motivational and encouraging parts of the book,
Hmm.
and it helps you reflect on where you're at, where you're going, and where you want to get to. So I think that's a really important part of the book. So it helps
Yeah.
you have like a roadmap of evaluating those areas and really self introspection on
Mhm.
yourself. So keep you on tabs with
Wow.
what you need to do and things like that. So I think that's a good positive area that it's very valuable to the life coaches as well.
Yeah. It is a very valuable tool, and sometimes we do forget to reflect, right? We're too busy looking at the goal or what's in front of us and not reflecting sometimes even how far we've come. And then, even more, okay, this is how far
Mm-hmm.
I've come and this is what I've accomplished and then this is what I have left to do, right? And what does that all look like and how do I lay that out? So that's a really great tool to give people. Um, so now just to learn a little bit about you as an author, what are some of your favorite books that might have helped you on your journey?
Oh, that's a good question too. So I'm an avid reader. I love books, but however, the one book that I it's priority in my life is the Bible, of course, and then books that encourage, uplift, healing, that help with growth, stories, life coaching books, and any science and medical research books as well. So, for example, in my healing journey, there have been two exceptional books that I highly recommend, and that is I have it right here. This is one, and this is Healed Without Scars by David G. Evans, and It Wasn't Your Fault by Beverly Engel. And lastly, for life coaching, I'm currently reading The Coach Model for Christian Leaders by Keith E. Webbs. And like I said, I'm an avid reader. I think that we gain a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and using your imagination, creativity. And
Yeah.
it's another way to gain insight, knowledge, and wisdom and
Mhm.
healing. Not to say that this takes the place of other supports in the community or life coaching and things
Yeah.
like that. But we can learn a lot through books.
We can, and it's a great point too because we all get kind of wrapped up in these little phones, and we get wrapped up in the
Mm-hmm.
computer, and we need those resources. It's amazing that we have them, but there is a different part of your brain that triggers when you're sitting down reading a book, right? And then there's another part of that triggers when you're sitting down and reading a book and then doing a workbook. So I think it's great that you have this combination, right? Because it's really making people access different parts of even their physical brain and physiology and thinking and mindset. So I think it's a wonderful combination, and I think you've done a great job of addressing all those things. And I love that you're willing to be like, hey, I don't have all the answers, right? This is where I look for guidance and answers too. So that's great. Now, everyone listening, I hope you understand the ebook is out today on Amazon. We will have links attached here where you can go on and view that. Paperback will be out in 2 weeks. So if you want that hard copy where you can sit there and highlight and work through it and do the work, that's coming very, very soon. And we'll have you back on for a discussion panel to dive into more about that paperback as soon as we get closer to that. But today's scene is really just to recognize this accomplishment that you've committed to doing. You've done the process. You have this amazing book now. We're so grateful that you trusted us to share it and to bring it to life and fruition. And here it is. Your baby is born. Your book is out, available on Amazon in the ebook form. So
Yes.
everybody go out and get it. Like you said, it's not just for life coaches. It's for people looking to make change and impact their lives and others. That's the goal here, right? So, any last words of wisdom you would like to leave our listeners that might
Yes.
draw them to want to read your book?
Yes, definitely. Like you said, it's a workbook and also it ignites your self reflection, allows you to write your thoughts down. And it also has some examples of doing goals. If you want to set some goals around your business, it has some two great examples of that. So the book is very interesting because it also provides, like I said, encouraging words, positive quotes, and
Mhm.
also provides a story, a little story to reflect on, human behavior, of course. So yes, it's very interesting. I mean, I was reading it when I first got the manuscript the other day, and I started reading it, and then I was bawling. So it
Aw,
really it really also inspired me as well.
love that. Well,
Inspiring book.
congratulations. We're so So excited for you. Thank you, everyone that's listening or sees the replay of this later. Go on, get your copy now, get yours reserved. Get the pre-sale for the paperback. It's going to be a life changer. Claribel, thank you so much for being on. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. And thank you for all of you being patient with me during this process. It's a
No
learning
problem at
experience
all.
for me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Thank you, everybody, and have a great rest of your day and week.